Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at two Masters of the Universe origin figures. We have Teela, Heroic Warrior Goddess, and Evil-Lyn, Evil Warrior Goddess. So we got a lot of goddesses going on right now. I decided to do these two together because their molds are very, very similar. I should say it's the same mold with a few tweaks. And I also need to catch up on my Masters of the Universe origin figures. It took me so long to be able to get Wave 1. When did these come out? Like August 1st, I think. I found He-Man online. I found Skeletor in store. These two were online. They randomly popped one day. You can tell that's why the cards are a little wonky because of Walmart shipping. And I just found Man-at-Arms and Beastmans at my local Walmart the other day. So I finally have all of Wave 1. Actually, I guess I need the Sky Sled, so I'm still looking for the Sky Sled, but at least for the most part, with the basic figure assortment, I have all of Wave 1. And Wave 2 is hopefully going to be right around the corner because I'm very excited for these. But they definitely are the same mold. I mean, you can see the legs, the torso, pretty much, I guess the heads are different. She has the snake harness, which is different. I think even the bracers and the, like, bicep gauntlets, what would you call those things? I don't know what those are called, but in any case, they're all very very similar. We'll check out the tooling and everything, but I just got to talk about the packaging. I mean, it is absolutely fantastic, very, very reminiscent of the original packaging. Basically, the new for 20 and the modern posing retro play like Blast are the only things that are new. Otherwise, it would look exactly like the original packaging, which is just super fun. I love this. Even on the back here, you get a beautiful bit of artwork up top. You get the cross sell down here with the other figures. And then it kind of, instead of having the battle features, because these aren't spring loaded anymore, they just kind of show you like, it can hold its weapon, it has articulation. So I would much rather not have the spring loaded gimmick. I was never a huge fan of that as a kid. And especially not now as an adult collector. I like just normal articulation. Look at that artwork. That is awesome. I really, really like this packaging. I mean, that's one thing. When it comes to Retro Masters packaging, Mattel always crushes it. They do such a good job in that arena. But let's go ahead. Let's get both of these ladies out of the packaging here so we can take a closer look. So here are the two figures out of the packaging. And just real quick, like the rest of Wave 1, they all come with the same comic. And for the first time, I'm actually happy about that because with Evil-Lyn, her comic basically got sealed into the card when they put the bubble on. So that is just going to get left on the card like that. Don't think that's coming off, but it's okay. I don't need so many copies of the same comic, so that's fine. Getting into the figures, they both look great. I never had the original Evil-Lyn as a kid. I never really realized how yellow her skin is. I mean, it's like bright neon yellow, which is kind of hilarious. It's probably showing up even more neon with these lights than it is in person. But I think the colors work. The yellow, the two different shades of blue, I think that all works. Over here with Teela, I think she looks fantastic. She comes with the snake staff. She has a cool little shield here. And I actually like this better because the original had kind of a C-clip that clipped onto the wrist. And I think having it actually be held in the hand works out better. And if you're anything like me, when I was a kid, all those clips would break on me. So I'm glad they went with just kind of a normal handle for the figure to hold. Now she does have the snake armor, which I think looks really, really cool, but you can go ahead and take that off if you like for a more kind of classic Teela look. And she looks good. I think the face sculpt looks good. It's kind of a nice mishmash. I would say it's closer to the Filmation sculpt than the original toy, but it does kind of harken back to the original toy a little bit. It's kind of like a nice mishmash of the two. She has a waist swivel there. The head is kind of on a ball joint because you can certainly do side to side and up and down. You have nice hinge and swivel in the shoulder. You have kind of a similar joint in the elbow there. And then you have a hinge and a swivel rotation in the wrist. You can kick forward, kick a little bit back, kick out to the side. For some reason on mine, more so with Evil-Lyn, but these hip joints are really kind of tight. And I'm hoping I'm not breaking anything in there. I don't think so. We have to talk about the knees. Everyone's already talked about them, but the knees are weird. I mean, there's no getting around it. They did the best they could. You have a bend and a swivel there, as well as a boot swivel. And then you also have the ankle that can tilt and then rock side to side. So the articulation is really good. I really, really like it quite a bit. But yeah, the knees they're definitely weird. I don't know what else they would have done. Other than, but I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of the same thing here with the elbows, right? It's just not as bad because it's on the back. So, I mean, would you have rather had this be the front of the knee? I would say no, but that's kind of their only other option. So, I don't know. I don't know what they would have done. They look a little weird though. But taking a look at the two figures side by side, and let me get Teela to stand here properly. You can see that they're definitely the same figure. I mean, from the neck down, it's exactly the same figure, just, you know, repainted. All the molding is the same. The outfit molding and detailing is the same. The kind of arm bracers, gauntlets, I think they're gauntlets on the arms, right? I'm not quite sure what they're called on the biceps there, but those things are all the same. The boots are the same. Literally everything from the neck down is the same figure, just painted differently, different colors, which is fine. I mean, that's exactly what they did in the original toy line as well, so it certainly wasn't wrong of them to do it here. I just think it's funny, and it's kind of why I decided to do them both in the same video, because they're very clearly the same figure, just with different heads, and it didn't make sense to review them separately. But they both look fantastic. I think they really did a good job. I'm also kind of having a hard time deciding if I like her better with the armor on or off. I think without the armor is kind of winning, just because that's kind of the more classic cartoon look to me. If I'm not mistaken, back in the day, I think the reason they included this was because they were trying to market it as kind of two figures in one. Like, now she's Teela, put this on, and she's the heroic, you know, serpent sorceress, or whatever they called her in the mini comics. But I think that was a way of them trying to, because I think they knew, especially back in the 80s, that they had a harder time selling the female figures than the male figures with, you know, young boys. So they had to kind of market it as you're getting two figures in one, and that was kind of their gimmick. But I mean, obviously Teela's a fan favorite character now, and even Evil-Lyn as well, and they both look fantastic. I think they did a really nice job with these. The only thing is, I kind of wish she came with a short sword as well, just because I feel like on the cartoon she would use a sword with her shield more often than the snake staff. Because again, with the cartoon, they kind of got away from the whole snake armor motif. But obviously this line is going for a more original toy accurate feel, which I think makes sense. Although I wouldn't be surprised if we eventually got an Evil-Lyn in her more cartoon accurate, like pink and purple and black outfit, maybe like as a show exclusive or something. I know they're definitely concentrating on more toy accurate color schemes right now, but again, I wouldn't be surprised if they did a couple nods or repaints to the cartoon a little bit down the road, once, you know, they've kind of gone through most of the characters, or for some kind of, like I said, show exclusive or something like that. But I think these figures look fantastic. I'm really glad I decided to grab them. Well, I'm really glad they finally popped on Walmart.com. I'm still kind of having trouble finding some of these in stores. When I got lucky enough to find Man at Arms and Beast Man, I kind of fused their names together there for a moment. When I was lucky enough to find them recently in store, they were like some of the only ones on the peg, so I just looked out and they had the two that I needed still. I guess that means they're doing well, though. I guess that means they're selling out, which is great. I'm happy to see that. I'm really glad this line is doing well. I love everything Mattel's doing with Masters, and I want to see it continue, and I want to see more characters coming out and everything. So I definitely recommend picking these two up. Yes, they are the same figure pretty much with the different heads, but they're two great characters, and they definitely both deserve to be represented in your collection, and I'm really happy to have both of them. So let me know what you guys think in the contents. I can't talk today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you so much for watching.